In this video, we are going to see how to implement the PLC timer functions. So PLC timers, we have different types of timers: on delay timers, off delay timers, and retentive timers. So these timers, let's see how to implement it in a hardware logic. Now we are going to see implementation of timer in Siemens S7200 PLC. For that, open the software TA portal. So once it is open, go for create new project. So I am going to give a project name as timer and give create. So I am going to rename it as timer 1 since there is a program which already exists. So the project is being created. So once it is created, we have to go for configure a device and click add new device. So it will show the SIMATIC PLC, SIMATIC S7200. Click CPU and select the CPU available in the laboratory, which is 1214C DC DC DC. Under that, the last option AG40. Double click on that. So now the CPU is selected. Now we have to configure the CPU. So go for device configuration and this will be shown, the hardware, and click go online now. So here we have to select the target device. So give start search. So initially you can notice the CPU and the device is not connected. The green line is broken there. So now the search is over and the PLC 1 is displayed here, that is the hardware connected. So click go online. We have to assign an IP address. It asks assign IP address, so give OK. Assigned, it is assigned. So click OK. So once that is done, the panel is highlighted in the orange. You can notice the difference. And at the bottom it is showing that connected to PLC via the IP address. Now here in the device configuration we assigned all this. The programming has to be done using this program blocks available at the left hand side. So click that. You will have a main object 1. So double click on that main object 1. So this is where the program has to be created. So there is an initial rung which is mentioned as network 1. This is where we have to start the ladder logic programming. So click on that rung and select a normally open contact and click on that. So you can see the contact is placed here. So I am going to place another normally open contact So 2 contacts are placed. Now I am going to place an output. A coil is placed. Now we have to give names for these contacts and coils. So first contact, I am going to click on the tag and I am going to type as I. If I type I 0.0, it will assign the first input and click enter. So you can notice the difference. It is assigned in blue. Similarly, configure the second one and the third output. For output, you have to type as Q 0.0. So this is done. The first rung is done. So when the two inputs are on, the output will be on. Now here I can give a name to this. I am going to give it as A, and the second input I am going to give it as B. Give change, and the third, go for right click, go for rename tag. I am going to give a name as Y and give change. Now in the second rung, I am going to place this output Y as input here. So I am going to place a normally open contact here, and I am going to right click. So sorry, here output Q 0.0, that has to be given. So it is Q 0.0, the address is given. Now here I am going to place a timer. So those functions are available at the right hand side. So you can notice there is timer operations. There are number of timers available here. So like T on delay timer, off delay timer, retentive timer and pulsed timer. So under this I am going to select the on delay timer. Right click on this. So this timer, it asks for the name. So the default name is IEC timer 0 DB1. So I am going to rename it as timer 1 and give OK. So the timer is placed here, and I am going to set a preset time now. So the preset time is set as 30 seconds. And in the third rung, and I am going to place another contact and a coil. So this contact I am going to give an input address from the timer. So I am going to type T. If I type T, the timer is shown there as timer 1. So select on that, click on that, two input, that is input IN and output is shown Q. Select Q and give enter. And the coil I am going to give another output, that is Q 0.1, and I am going to rename that coil. So rename tag, I am going to give it as Y1 and give change. So now the program is like this. When input A and B is on, two inputs, that is A and B, it is on, output Y will be on. Okay, so if output Y is on, here in the second rung this Y will be on, and that will make the timer start to time. So timer will be enabled. Once this timer starts counting, after a preset time of 30 seconds, the timer output in the third rung will go on. If that goes on, the output will go on. So this is the program we have developed. Now I am going to download this program into the PLC. So click on online and select download to device. So give load. And select start CPU. So now we are going to change the CPU into run mode. and click Go Online. So here you can notice all the left hand side are in green. It means that it is currently in online. So the program is being stored and executed in the CPU. So click on online again and select monitor. So the hardware switch on and off motions can be viewed in this software also. The green line indicates the logical continuity and dotted blue lines indicates there is no continuity. So if switch is on, it will turn green. So one is on, so it is green, and when second is on, this will also turn green and output will go on. So you can notice that once output Y goes on, in the second rung this goes true and timer it starts to time and it will time for a preset value of 30 seconds. So if 30 seconds is reached, the timer output will go on. So that output is placed as an input rung here, and this goes wrong, the output will be on. Output Y1 will go on when timer reaches 30 seconds. Now if input A is on, so that is highlighted here. So next, if input B is on, that is also highlighted. The moment Y goes on, this timer starts to time here. So this will run for a preset time mentioned here, so which is 30 seconds. So after a period of 30 seconds, this output Y1 will get enabled.